This is Reality Dispatch, written by Jim Mintz.
The cops were furious at me, but it wasn't really my fault. I'll admit, my excuse was a little hard to swallow the first time you heard it, but I swear on my mother's life that it was the truth. Let me take you back to the beginning 6 months ago. My brother-in-law gives me a helping hand when I get out of the joint. I'm an expert cleaner in the can. I'm talking bloodstains, spit, mucus. If it's on a window or hard surface, I'm your guy. No harsh chemicals, just good, clean, organic methods for getting out those tough stains with minimal effort and maximum results. Even the prison guards thought I was a genius. So I do my time, I get released, and my brother-in-law Davey, he's running this straight-up, no-bullshit cleaning business. He takes me on as an apprentice, and I introduce him to my window cleaning techniques. I give a test run out on his home windows, and his wife, my sister, she goes crazy. "Oh my God, Mickey, this is beautiful." Yada yada. You get the drift. So he's already hired me, so it ain't as if he's doing me any more favors. I tell him we should just get me to concentrate on windows. At first, he's not happy because he's got these contracts for the major building sites, and there are hundreds of bathrooms that need cleaning twice a day, and he's got to cover multiple sites. But I had a friend who used to rob office blocks in the dead of night using abseiling gear. He gets me all that I need to scale these buildings at a discount rate. I take weekend lessons on how to use the equipment, and I say to Davey, "Look, I can clean these windows, and we can expand our service. But I don't want to do windows, I just want to do cleaning. We can get more business if we do windows." By this time, he looks like he wants to string me up by the abseiling wires. You know how much more my insurance premiums will go up if I have to insure your ass on these sky rises? Forget it. We stick to what we know. We're good at cleaning, we get paid to clean, we leave it at cleaning. No offense, Mickey, but I really don't need you fucking up a good thing right now. The nerve of this guy. You know it was me who introduced this kid to my sister? If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have a wife who sold him on the idea of starting a business. He owed me, but I couldn't exactly go out and get a business license myself. Not an ex-con. The government don't like that. My parole officer don't like that. I gotta work for someone, be under their supervision. So 4 months go by, I do as I'm told, but I still got the bug. I want to scale these buildings and clean the windows from the top down. I know it could be a winner. Something in my heart just tells me. Then a funny thing happens. Davey comes to me one morning on the corner of Market Street and Penn's. He says, "I've been checking your work, the bathroom mirrors." "Yeah." "What you using?" "What do you mean? What am I using?" "I mean, how do you get them so clean? I thought there was another guy in the bathroom looking right at me. It was flawless." "Secret recipe," I says. "You're not gonna tell me?" "I'll tell you if you let me expand the business and use it on the windows." He rolls his eyes. "Tell you what, we'll let the bank clients know we will be expanding on the ground floor windows at no extra cost. A 2-week trial. See what they think." "They won't look at another cleaner again," I assured him. I went home that night after the shift and mixed my cleaning mixtures and siphoned them into 4 spray bottles. I made sure I had enough wipers to cover the 9-foot surface. I knew it would be a long task, but the results would be worth it if it meant I could scale the buildings on the back of this trial. That morning, I watched as the grime and starch of the city streets evaporated from the plexi. My wipes and streakers were filthy, and thankfully I had a bucket of soapy there to drain the stains away so that I didn't spread them all over the area. Within 15 minutes, 1 complete window was absolutely perfect. It was dangerously perfect. This one guy, a business type, nice suit, pressed shirt, silk tie. He's walking out of the elevator with a phone to his ear and the shoulder pressed against it. He's in a hurry. He's carrying a briefcase and looking at his watch. A multitasker. If I didn't wave my arms like a helicopter right at his face, he would have plowed right into the glass and knocked himself out. I had outdone myself. As a courtesy, I placed reams of tape over the glass to remind passers-by that their dignity and health was at risk if they ran towards the elevators at speed. The glass was that pristine. 3 hours later, I had covered 80% of the surface area. And here's where the cops came in. I am on the final panel. I reach a particularly grimy section of window with a stain of unknown origin. I can pinpoint it, and it takes 17 sprays of my formula to make a slight dent. I spray and rub and spray and rub and so on and so forth. There are chips coming off this thing, but my elbow is burning in pain, and it's a slow process. Then my ears begin to rattle and I hear nothing. I'm deaf. Then the window turns red, like bright and dark red at the same time. It just emerges. Red. A mist and then a drowning. Red. The red sprays further and further. Then I can hear again, and it's not traffic. It's screaming and yelling. I look to my left and right and people are running. The window is covered in red, so I look to the window next to it. All of my work evaporated in a sea of dark red. I rub my window mop over the sheen, and it feels clean, so the red must be on the opposite side. My work completely covered. Then there were bangs and explosions as the gunman who had assassinated the mob lawyer who was traveling inside the tower sped off into the streets, on foot, and was accosted by the police. A firefight erupting on the sidewalks. He was wearing a hoodie, a ski mask, and dark sunglasses. I know this because of the news reports, not because I got a glimpse of the guy. I saw nothing, and that's why the cops were angry with me. They couldn't believe I had a front-on view of this murder, and I was too busy concentrating on a particularly coarse piece of stuck-on grime that wouldn't come off the window. I was so consumed with removing this stain that it blocked out the world entirely. A couple of months later, they still called me in as a witness. They had arrested somebody, Luke Martinovich. The prosecutor took one look at me, looked at my rap sheet, and concluded I must have colluded with the accused. How could someone be standing in front of a murder in real time, just as it is occurring, and be so not attuned as to the obvious, was the way he described it. Whatever the fuck that meant. I knew it looked bad. I know I'm a convict with a past, and here I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. All I can say is I know how to clean a window, and I had met my match with this stain. I didn't know who was on the other side of that glass, and I didn't care. My only focus was the stain and to have it removed. I'm angry at this asshole for shooting this other asshole and staining my window. I yelled in court, leading to a charge of contempt. The newspapers had a field day with my evidence. I didn't care. Hey, at least they know I took my work seriously. 3 months later, I got an offer to clean the windows at One World Tower with their team. I said I'd take the job on one condition. They ditch the team and keep me on personally. I told them I'd do the first 5 cleans on the house. They agreed. They had nothing to lose. So there you have it. When I was 23, I robbed a liquor store with my best friend. The owner gets killed and I get sent away as an accessory. I learn my trade, I get a job, and another poor sap gets killed. My skills get broadcast, and here I am running my own show. How many more people gotta die for me to catch a break? So far, 2. Hopefully no more than that. Although, I do have plans for expansion.
For more stories of fact-based fiction, head to jimmins.substack.com.